I change your bum life. You fight me, it's a celebration.
I would beat you.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties.
Yo, welcome back to the fifth round. As always, your boy Stephen Moustaris. And look, I already dove in on the whole Adesanya Pereira fight. And like I said, usually I'm waiting until Monday morning to get these things, recorded and posted in the afternoon. But it's Sunday morning here. I was up all night last night watching them fights and watching the interviews, and just I've been buzzing ever since, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. And it's like 10:30 right now in Ohio in the morning, and I'm like, fuck it, let's get it going. So I just want to dive into Zhang Weili's performance. Not like I need to spend much time on it. We all kind of thought that Zhang was going to win. I seen a lot of it where it was going to be a massacre. The only thing I can really say, I do want to start off before the fight. Outside of Conor McGregor, and I don't think I've ever seen it in a woman's fight ever, how crazy was it last night? New York City, New York City might as well be the capital of America. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might as well be the people's place of America, of the USA. And our American-born champion in Carla Esparza is getting booed over a Chinese-born woman, who I get it, don't get me wrong. Zhang Weili is a way better fighter than Carla Esparza, hands down, not even close. If it wasn't for Rose Namajunas giving Carla Esparza a nice little dance session that night instead of a fight, like, Carla shouldn't even be in there. No offense to her, she's still a dog. She's just not that top tier person in my opinion, even though she can tell me I'm fucking wrong because look at her. But for her to get booed for a Chinese lady, like, that was pretty wild to me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know if that was weird to you guys, but it was cool for me to understand, like, or to see, because I mean, like I've said millions of times, and people are watching this, whatever. Like, I've been watching the UFC for like 17 years now, like nonstop watching it, and it's nice to start seeing these fighters get respect for their talent and not where they're from. And I think that might be what the UFC is trying to go for now with no flags and stuff inside the octagon. But that was a wild little thing for me, so that probably was in Carla's head. But the other takeaway real quick, though, is Carla Esparza really actually impressed me, I will say, in this fight. I thought it was going to be ugly early. Like, you saw the speed difference, you saw all that stuff, but, like, there was a couple times she caught, nothing crazy. She doesn't have the power, but I'm just saying she did land a couple fucking hooks and punches on Zhang, and I didn't think she was going to touch her. And then, for her to have some nice scrambles there, and I think she got the back at one point, almost had an armbar at one point in the first round, and then second round kind of got ugly because Zhang just came out like a fucking zombie and said, fuck this, we're not doing this anymore, and finished her. But, I was actually pretty impressed with Carla. She is very durable. I always forget that in every fight she ever has. Like, I always forget that, but, shouts out to her. She's had an amazing career. I don't know if she'll ever get back there, but for her to even, claim a title once, let alone 10 years later come back and win it again, like, that shit to me is just wow. That is inspiring. So shouts out to Carla Esparza. But man, Zhang Weili Zhang, whichever one you want to say, that girl is a fucking dog. I hope they get that Rose Namajunas fight going again, because it's the only fight that she probably wants right now. I don't think she wants to beat Andrade again. I don't even know who else would even be on the market right now for her to even be thinking of. Like, I know we got you got a couple girls coming up, but even outside of that, like, nothing even that crazy yet. So, I think I want to see that. I want to see the Rose and Zhang Weili fight. I actually want to watch them fight 50 times a year. That would be sick. I mean, clearly not 50 because of their health, but I'm just saying, like, I'd watch them fight every day of the week, like the Brandon Moreno and Divison Figueiredo fight. Like, that's a fight I'd watch every fucking day of the week. So shouts out to Zhang Weili. So fucking proud of her. You can see the emotions that she's going through. You can see just everything, how much it means to her, how bad she wanted it, how much she's actually getting acclimated to the United States. Like, that's pretty cool for her. Her English is getting better. That video of her picking up Francis Ngannou earlier in the week, just hyping her up more. This girl's on a rocket ship, and she's taking off, that's for sure. And the other thing, it's not like this every day that you see these people that we've already seen, these fighters that we've already seen, 5, 6, 7, 8 times already in the UFC. still fucking get better and still show more and more in progression and everything. And it's wow. Like with her, she's evolving a lot, like a lot. And that's hard to say with a girl who's already shown everything. So shouts out to her. I'm still kind of convinced that she might be a lab-made lady, and that's no offense to her. That's how good she is. She should take that as a compliment, not a slack or anything, because I'm not going hard at her. But man, shouts out to Zhang Weili. I don't know what's next. I will say I'm actually a little happy though how that fight went, because I thought Carla Esparza was going to be as bloody as Michael Chandler last night, and boy, thank God it didn't happen, because there was a couple of them head kicks that I was sitting there like, oh my God, Carla Esparza's arms right now are probably hurting. So, shouts out Zhang Weili, shouts out China. You guys got one. In the leech out there, Jingling Yang, that was fucking awesome. He was repping the Chinese flag out there. He's always dripped out. So, China, man, taking over. Brazil, all these things. Like, for real, us Americans, man, we better start getting worried, because I don't know how many more champions we're going to be having here sooner or later, especially when Dagestanian bear wrestlers come over here and officially take over, because you got to think we only got like 1% of their not even 1% of their fighters over here. But as always, this is the 5th round. Your boy Stephen Moustaris, UFC 281, crazy. Let's go.